Hi everyone. Oh my gosh. Hi, good morning. We're live on YouTube. Trying to go live on Instagram. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep this. So, oh, I think I have to pull this off. Hi everyone. Let's see. Yes, I'm just gonna. Mm. I just want to believe that this is working because I have the lights on. Yeah. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry, my microphone volume sometimes be messing with me. I'm coming. Let me just confirm that I'm truly live on. Not like really live, but that everyone can hear me. All right, just give me a moment to confirm that on YouTube, and I'll be back here. Hi. I might just still like go back to. I might just still like go back to wearing my other microphone. The reason why I have it on. I might just still like go back to wearing my other microphone. The reason why I have it on. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. So I was watching some of my videos yesterday and I realized that I was always like very, very close to there was a way it just showed on the phone and it didn't make like a lot of sense. And the reason is just it is so stressful to hold my microphone like this and still do the work at the same time. So sorry, I guess like for like a long time, I'm going to keep appearing as if I'm gonna say a lot for my Instagram. I'm going to keep appearing as if I am putting my head into my laptop. Sorry, it's just that I had to like drop my mic on the table to work and get my pen to write really. But I'm going to become like a bit more conscious on days that maybe I don't have anything to write. Maybe we're just reviewing stuff and I can like try to like hold my microphone like this and see if I can like get you better angles. So yes, this is my face, but because I had to like have my mic on the table and then speak into it in that sense, that's why it kind of like moves every other time. Or because I have another microphone that I could use, but I'm not sure it's as loud as this because I don't want people tuning in. I don't want you tuning in and wondering, oh my, what she's saying and all. That microphone is specifically for calls, and this is like for recording. So, yep, let's get right into it. You have to check like my YouTube. Right, I wanted to like share a screen. Let's see. Let's start sharing. Okay. So I titled this file Digital Nomad Prep so that we don't right. So this is just like for the presentation and the contract that I already designed yesterday. I could show you what the final copy looks like. I wouldn't be able to show you what the final copy of the what's that thing of the contract looks like, but I can show you what like the final copy of the presentation that I'm going to be sending to like the digital nomads look like. So I think I saved it with host speed networking. Yeah. Uh-uh. I think it's speed networking host, the PDF. So on that structure of things, I have created the presentation. I've created the general designs for the events that we're going to use to promote the event. I've created the contract for the event, and I've also created the forms for those coming to speak at the event. This is why I don't hold my microphone. You see, kind of I don't know. Just like as much as I can, I like to eliminate stress. So yep, I'm just trying to find that file and see where we are. Okay, so not this one. I think that right now what we don't have set up is the tech stack. And I'm thinking really, really hard because I think that, well, the developer will decide that. But I think that version 0.1 of our product might be coming live sometime in October. I shared about doing an hackathon to get like a product up and all of that. And I just realized that hackathons are not as they seem, because the companies that are organizing the hackathons for you, some of them charging like their thousands of dollars, like the ones I've been speaking with. Even those that had not like told me what they were going to charge. It's just so true that they're going to charge. They're like, oh, I'm going to send you a quote, yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if we have to pay you and then also pay whoever is, like the winner some price, can we really afford it right now? And I thought to myself, maybe the best way to go is just find a developer, and we're not building the old tech stack. We're just building things that align with the current demand that we have in our business, and we help us get to like the next level of the work that we're doing. And I just thought to myself, maybe we would have to engage a developer. So I'm meeting a developer sometime this week to see, and then we're gonna do that anyways. Yeah. So back to this. Let's see. This is what this looks like. I know when I was doing it, I felt like this was too color dense, but honestly, as of the time I was making the design, I couldn't think of anything else. But after sending it to like five people, I would know how to adjust and what really to adjust, honestly. So yes, let's build connections together about our community. That thing down there's like a mission. I didn't overthink this anyways. I finished in like less than 30 minutes. Why speed networking, their role as a host, what's in it for them, the experience for you, and what's this? The next steps. Yes, so apply to become a host. There's a form, and then this deck. So I am trying as much as I can, because right now I'm like a one-man team. I'm trying as much as I can to simplify the funnel for myself. So I go on a Facebook group, I type my app. So that's like hand raising post questions. Somebody responds to me, I ask them a couple of questions to really qualify them, because anybody can say anything. But I don't want to come on a live session, or I don't want to ask somebody to lead a live session and they're like totally blank. And even if you're blank, there are ways that you still anchor a conversation and it makes a hell of sense, right? So I'm trying to watch out for folks who are like naturally just interested in these things, who are currently like sharing their stories on their socials to like their travel stories, and who like have some sort of following, yeah, because it's not like we have a ready-made community. Like it's not like we have a lot of people in our community. So today I think we have one person. Okay, well there's several communities. I mean specifically our Gen Z millennial community is just one person that's there. So in as much as I'm going to promote the event, I need whoever is coming as a host to have some sort of fans. Doesn't matter if they're like 500 people or 1,000 people, but you have to be someone that's also open to like promoting the event. So yeah, basically. And they can contact us. Yeah, that's about it with this page. I want to like walk you through I want to walk you through the DM flow that I've created, and really the idea behind creating them that way. All right, so this is where the real deal starts. Questions for speakers. Okay, I just start the question for speakers. It's really speakers interest form. So yes, I was going to share like a simple funnel that I've created. So the funnel is, I go to Facebook groups, we move to DM. From DM they get a form. In the form there's a deck, and they can get the form together. So if you proceed to fill the form, I realize if I even send you the form at all, it means that you qualify. If you proceed to fill the form, it means that you're interested and you commit to showing up, right? And then afterwards I send them, like if they fill the form, then they get the contract, and then they get a couple of other things that they need. And that's how I'm just simplifying that for now, because as much as I can, I have to ensure that the process is so simple so I don't get overwhelmed. I am wary of burnout, so I'm eliminating every block that might want to like get me into the overwhelming phase of things, because we still have a long way to go. Yes, so the only thing I've not figured out on the first mini social campaign that we're launching is the tech stack, really tech stack for folks that are registering, not the digital nomads. I mean the Gen Z travelers themselves, because if they register, they're supposed to like get email notifications. You are registered or your registration is confirmed. The day of the event, maybe a couple of hours before, they're supposed to like get a notification that, oh, we're going live at a particular time. And at the end of the event, you're supposed to get an email that then introduces them to Zago Voice. So Zago Voice is actually the overarching campaign for our founding community members, for our founding suppliers, agents, and those agencies is called Zago Path, right? So yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to walk you through this. I guess I can hold the mic like this today. It might not be the same for some other days. I want to walk you through this and then start my DM outreach today also. Oh, okay, I was going to apologize. So it's been raining heavily here, and I think that in some way that kind of like affects the network because yesterday I was looking at the video, right? I was going to, because I record, like, I take logs of all of my recordings, and then it says, yeah, because when I was live streaming, you see 33 minutes, yada yada seconds, and I saw that I'm like, oh, well, good. But at the end of the recording, I'm like, I saw we are currently experiencing network problem and all of that, and I still went ahead to pause to end my live stream because it was like over the time, and I realized actually that I only got recorded for like 18 minutes and a few seconds. So I'm sorry, because if you were watching me live then, you'd see that I was live, but probably you wouldn't even see anything on my screen. I'm really sorry. Um, I'm going to try my best to ensure that we reduce like technical glitches. I think we've experienced this twice in like 17 days. Today's 17th day. So fingers crossed, I'm not going to experience it today if YouTube does not want me to send them an email. So, anyways, let's go to the DM flow. So, the first DM flow I have here is for someone who maybe I was going through their profile and then they're a digital nomad and I wanted to like, just reach out to them. So, I intend to like all of these conversations because this is like cold outreach to travelers and all of that. I'm not trying to sell anything to anybody. I mean, at least okay, well, Jeremy Minor, somebody in behavioral and methodical sales will say that yes, you're selling, but get selling out of your head so that the lingos, um, your tonations, and how you speak, how your gestures doesn't suggest to people that you're trying to sell. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm following that same behavioral principle. I know I want to sell to you, but selling is at the back of my mind where I can't even trace it. I'm not even thinking about it, but I have something that could help you. So I'm following that method. I'm trying to really unlock how that help fits into your life really without trying to make you feel like I understand you when I don't. And so, that's just it. So this is was like somebody that okay, this first one is someone that like responds to my fundraising posts, and I'll just say, okay, hey Travis, yada yada yada, how often do you travel? Just ask them a couple of questions. And then I'm gonna ask them if they've ever hosted a meetup before or if they have a link to share. If they've never hosted a meetup before, I'm gonna be like, have you ever gone live on Instagram before? Because if you've gone live on Instagram, you can actually host a meetup. And honestly, this is sometimes I guess you don't necessarily have to learn it. Maybe over time you have to learn it to like get comfortable with it. But like the first time you just do it, I guess. The transition. So when I have like the first flow of chat with them and I feel like okay, this person is good enough, then I'm gonna like say a bit about myself and I'm gonna tell them about the speed networking sessions and yeah, I'm gonna ask them, do you think helping other travelers connect is your thing? Yeah, even though I've heard a lot about them from the beginning, I'm still not assuming that this is something that they want to do. I want to ask first. So if they say yes, I'm like, okay, cool, I've attached more details in the link below. If they say no, I'll be like, oh, absolutely, I understand that. Then I can now tell them about our community to say, oh, okay, we have a community where we have, travelers like yourself, yada, yada, yada. Then I would invite them. So if I'm contacting them by looking at their profile, this is what I want to like that means I didn't pick them through a group or I didn't post the handwritten question for them to see. I just say, hey Donna. So hey Donna is just an example. Yeah, I was checking your Yeah, you know, yeah. So that's it. Donna is interested, anyways. And so these are examples of HAB for digital nomads. Nomads. And let me tell you one thing. You know, when I was thinking of HAB yesterday, I was thinking of the way we do it in marketing, where we like have guarantees and all of that, and the way we do it like B2B. But this is like really B2C. I just have to want to be conversational. I don't even think there's a need to promise anything because at this stage I don't have anything to sell to them. At least at this stage of the relationship. And the truth is, the group is not where we sell, honestly, because there's like a funnel, and the group where I'm posting whatever app I'm posting falls into like the bottom of the top of the funnel. The middle of the funnel is the speed networking session. So where I'm really selling to them is the bottom of the funnel and the things that were provided at the bottom of that funnel. And so like these are like question examples that I'm going to post in digital nomad groups, like for speakers specifically. So I'm like, what's the most like unexpected lesson, yada yada yada. The person that posts the longest responses, the person that posts like the funniest or quirkiest responses, will make me know that okay, this person is like a conversational start, is like a conversation starter, or is like a storyteller or some sort. And then I could ask something like, okay, if you wanted to like run a short session for other nomads, what would you like to share? And that kind of thing would like get me into okay, this person will be good enough or maybe not. And I'm gonna ask them these questions too. So for my hand raising post questions, these are just like varieties. I'm always going to like is it interchange is not the word, but you know, switch things up. That's not the word, but yeah. And then this is like for Gen Zs and millennials. So if you could meet one new friend to travel with this month, where would you want to go together? And when they respond, I'm going to be like, yeah. So for some of them, I can like be specific. I could tell them to say something in the comment section. For others, I don't really have to. And so, for example, if I was saying, would you rather go on a hiking trip or a food tour to make new friends? I could say comment H or F below. If they comment H hiking, then I can go and meet them in the DM and then say a couple of things. If they comment F, but we don't do FDOS. So these are like post types that I can make for like digital nomads. Sorry, travelers community, quality ones and digital nomads. We're gonna go over quality ones together right now, very soon. So if you had to pick, just one kind of body, who would you go for? So if they say adventurer, yeah, you land in a new brand, yeah, it's that kind of thing. Be honest, when you travel, yes, I always okay, yeah, that kind of thing. So this is like the comment I want to be leaving, or most likely be leaving then. I'm gonna be like, oh, love that idea, cool. Or always interchange this. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to always be love that idea. The question I'm posting would really determine the direction of like my response. Hey, I read a small travel. Okay, so this is for digital nomads who are like speakers that I pick in the community. Somebody who responds to like my app in the community. So happy is HARP. They're just like hand raising posts. They're posts that you make to drive curiosity. They're posts that you make really to get people to talk, to engage in the community. Mm. Yeah, like I said, I've not figured out the tech stack. I think that's really where I am right now. Yeah, it's so hard to figure out the text. So when they join the group, these are like a message sequence that I've created that I'm gonna go to their DM and then share with them. All right, so now that we're on to the implementation side of things, I'm gonna bring this back on. Although I don't necessarily have to like speak into the mic for you to hear me right now. Okay. Yeah. So let's just carry on. I'm going to find quality groups. I belong in like lots of groups, but I know it's not all of them that's quality. So we're specifically looking for quality groups. Quality groups. And I think I want to do something to my app here. So we're doing two things here. I think that the first thing we're trying to do today is we're going into all of those groups. we're trying to find hosts first, right? Because we're having the first session in October. If we're having the first section in October, and let's say we're closing out second week in December, so that means that we need like first 10 hosts, right? Before before the end of the year. We need 10 people. From the coming year, our travel agent community will now take it over. Not necessarily take it over. By take it over, I just mean that our travel agents will now begin to be the ones to host like our once in a month webinar that I mentioned, where they are talking to Gen Zs around specific things, right? Our main theme is safety, spontaneity, sustainability. So we're constantly going to be re-educating and educating people around those aspects and training. Yeah. Okay, so speed networking sessions. The first thing I want to really get out of the way today is to find speakers. Yeah, so let's do that. These days, I'm always very careful with sending people DMs on Facebook. As a matter of fact, I don't even do it again because I started to send DMs at a time, and 15. wait, I think I look like restricted my account. I don't account if they restrict it, I'm going to be like a bit demotivated. So and it's actually the only Facebook account I have. So I am, you know, I'm gonna be very careful. I'm not necessarily going to be sending DMs to people until they respond to my message. So if I try a messaging sequence today and I see there is a message, I'll try a better one, and that's how I'll keep trying till I get my first. That was what I kind of like did for off the path. But we talked to a few people first, and then I was sending DMs. But I've got to be very careful. I want to be locked out of Facebook at this one now. Okay, so this is the first question that I want to ask. What's the most unexpected lesson you've learned while working and traveling at the same time? Mm, let us know. People like to share actually. Share with us. Now there's also gatekeeping. Okay, when I say gatekeeping, I mean like the admins of specific groups, like just literally gatekeeping. So they don't want you to have access to their members. They don't want you to have access to their members. I'm not sure what's happening with my hands these days. I need to start using like I just. I think it's the life. I don't know. So they don't want you to get their members, and that's why you have to ask. Even though your end goal is to convert their folks, you have to ask questions very carefully. Kick you out of the group, and that's why we're asking these kind of questions. So it just looks like we're trying to learn. Well, we're trying to learn anyways. I'm not trying to create a new group. I just want to. I'm really sharing my. I'm actually sharing my Facebook group now. Sorry, my Facebook page. I'm on my Facebook account now. First thing we're trying to do is we're trying to even collect those quality groups so that we know that every time we want to make posts or they're the groups that we're actually really making references to. So I'm going to collect like the names of the groups first of all, and then after collecting like the names of the groups, I am going to that first message like I said. People looking for a travel agent. Let's see. I don't know how active this group is. It's a public group, so I'm not necessarily a stickler for like public. It is what it is. People just they just post like lots of random stuff there. If it's a group of people looking for travel agents, it's a combination of folks who are travel agents, travelers. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I've seen one. Girls who travel lovers, solo travelers looking for a partner, Now, there's another sequence to it that, when these digital nomads start coming into our platform, we would also still do some work to promote them. Yes, we want to do promotions, Instagram, TikTok, and all of that. But we're supposed to also promote them on Facebook, and we could, do that in the Facebook community. But you have to really know how you do it. And so that's why we also have to use HAP to promote the event because group leaders, I think, I think I've done the same. Depends on what the other person is trying to promote. I've never, this ones I've never said yes to my, and they could be so random. Oh gosh, please. I had a season that I got tired of Facebook groups because it wasn't just working for me. I didn't think anything was happening in most of these Facebook groups. They're just numbers. I need a travel agent. Okay. Okay. Alright. I need a travel agent happens to. Uh-uh. This is so cool. This is a good group actually. No, they're there, but alright. So let me put this group down. It's actually high quality conversations going on there. I'm going to try and account to document the people I send DMs to. I'll try. I can only try, but I think I won't because there's a lot of work getting their links together, responding to messages. But I'll try to document it anyways. I'll try. I just need the first 10 speakers and I'm good. That becomes the pillar of our story. Because on weird reasons, I can't. I don't know. What does Michelle do? I thought Michelle was like a travel agent. Oh, so he's like a travel agent trainer. Cool. Hmm. I used to think Michelle was like the owner of a business in South Africa. Did I get it wrong? Did I get it wrong then? Alright, so yeah. And then I have to do like a lot of like promotional posts on my personal Facebook profile too because yeah, I was going to be active on Facebook, but I became inactive. I guess I'm going back. I guess I'm going back to being active because now we're on the social side of things. So yeah. Oh gosh, I think there's a problem somewhere with me finding groups. Maybe because I've opened certain groups, so I'm unable to like keep scrolling down to like the group section. Oh, I got a message from like the Rotary Travel Club, and the and they have said that their travelers plan like their trips themselves, and then they decide what they want to go to. And so I kind of like sent a message back to them to say that there's like your travelers, do you like organize webinars, presentation sessions, and all of that for them on how to pick like a good travel agency, how to plan to volunteer wherever you get to, how to stay safe, and all of that. And I was wondering if there could be like a potential collaboration there. And that was just like my response to her. Yeah, good night. My name is Lynette. What kind of stress is this? Just give me a moment. I'm going to go back to my profile back. And then I'm going to click on groups. And then I'm going to keep looking and, figure out something. Past 30 minutes on this live. Right. I think I should just turn off my live on Instagram. Crazy thing about Instagram is that it only stays for like how many hours again? 24 hours. And before we started the challenge, I told myself I was gonna go live on both Instagram and Instagram and YouTube. So we have to keep to that promise. Alright, so chips with no. I need a travel body. I'm going to go to that. I think that this is what I'm going to do today. Instead of thinking, oh, I'm going to just focus on finding speakers and all, I'm actually going to focus on finding both speakers and finding Gen Zs and millennials to funnel into our community. My clear reason is that I don't have to wait to test the normal today and then test the normal tomorrow. Although the implication of this is that I may most likely be swamped by DMs, but I mean, we'll even see if this messaging works out first. So this I need a travel body actually works. Oh, mm, travel body. I think the name of the group really then I'm gonna test in it. Oh god. Facebook said that community chats is going away soon. Wow. I'm not sure why I said wow. I'm not actually surprised. Retired traveling is pretty active too. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. Yeah, so let's just what's one hobby you've picked? Uh I think I should go offline on on Facebook now. What I'll just keep doing is um finding these communities, and I guess I can just go live. What they say, community called the adventurers. Not serious. This is my problem with public groups. But it's okay. Okay, let's see this solo travelers group. I am going to make our community. I already set qualifying questions, but I don't think I made it private. I think I'm going to make it private, honestly. 545,000. No. Love it. Is it? Oh, they're looking for moderators. No, they can't take somebody like me as a moderator. Because it's glaring that I have an end goal. And I won't lie to them too. If I wanted to be a moderator, it won't necessarily be that because I want to volunteer and all of that. Because I also want to tap into your network. Okay, I can't find no madness. So I belong in so many groups. Because I'm not knowing that right now. Way too many. I did book a flight. I finally mentioned it. Mm, okay, okay. Digital nomad girl. Alrighty. Travel repeater is one person. Adventure and travel mates. There's so many names. Right now I'm considering if it is optimized enough. Now the funny thing is that it's not enough to just get people into a group. I think that's one thing I've not thoroughly thought about, but I feel like we're going to be fine. Because when you get people into a group, you have to engage them, the kind of content that you post, the kind of interactions that you share. And while I am thinking of things like this, I have not really thought about the engagement bit side of things and the kind of precepts that I wanted to set for folks that are just getting into the group. So I think we're going to do that together tomorrow. After I send you DMs today, kind of like study how it works in other groups. And then maybe tomorrow we can come up with our own conversion flow within the group. But honestly, I just created a I just created a Facebook group as a central point to get people to attend our events. And then from the events, we can get them into like our Telegram community. I'm hopeful I won't have to get them into a Telegram community, that they just come into a community that we're building onto our platform. I feel like that will make a lot of sense. Yeah, but we'll see how that goes. I see you, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think this is it. I feel, gosh, it would be great if we can really get to like hire someone right now, and they're like a digital nomad too, and the only thing they do is just help grow the group or something. This is active too. Nomad days. They're asking like quality questions because I'm pretty big on like quality questions. Quality questions equal to quality people. Oh, South Asia. I should be talking to this person. Do they have their number there? Command Shift S. I'm gonna send them an email. Oh boy, what just happened? And these groups could actually be like a gold mine. I'm going to also study the groups today and I'll see what. Mm-mm, I can tell it on the phone. Let me just get the contacts down. So yeah, dot ANDER at gmail.com. Alright. Okay, okay, fair enough. Uh, Honestly, I'm wondering if there's still more groups. This should be all the travel groups I have. Why do I belong in so many travel groups? Some of them I've never opened them before. I just began to join them. Okay, we're going in this direction and all of that. I tried so hard to protect, and I found myself in marketing and sales. How tricky can that get? Yeah, that's about it. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've looked at the group together. Honestly, at this point, if I can only hope that you're able to see this my screen when you're watching this recording later. But I'm going to find out what's happening with my YouTube or if it's my Chrome. Right now, I don't know what's happening. When I first started streaming, it was not like this. I'm able to share all of my screens. People on the other end are really able to see stuff. But I tried to watch my like recording yesterday, and then I saw it. So I right now we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Okay. We have 9 quality groups for the town nomads, for travelers. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to segment my messaging. Those that have like nomads as their names, let me just send them messages for nomads so that I can get them um to what's that word to uh respond. And then the other groups, I'm just going to send the message that I want to send to folks that I'm looking to funnel back into our group. But first, I need to make our group a private group right away so that we don't just get anybody in. Oh, well, there are even qualifying questions. I could leave it as a public group. So if you're trying to join and then you don't answer the qualifying questions, I can easily reject. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see if we can work out the flow of how we're going to engage the community tomorrow as soon as people begin to come in. Because don't forget, the event is just one part of it. The event happens like every Thursday. And I mean, that's when we start. But before Thursday, what's going to be happening? What are we going to be doing to keep people engaged so that they don't feel like they're in the community to waste their time? So what's going out on Monday? Let's say we don't even do anything Tuesday, Wednesday, but we have Monday, we have Thursday. What's going out on Friday? Where we can really keep the community together. So thank you so much. Thank you for your support.